There is something about the anamorphic look that makes you feel like you're watching a movie. It's cinematic. This is the Letus AnamorphX-PRO 1.33x adapter. Some of the most iconic movies of all time have been filmed with anamorphic lenses. And I want to tell you, I noticed that the new Toy Story 4 trailer is anamorphic.
It's gonna be quite a jump for you and Duke.
For me?
They didn't use real lenses, ever. It was all in the computer, and they chose to have the look of anamorphic.
Oh, India. Here are the Ahara girls. We must greet them.
Stand next.
A long, long time ago, every movie was full screen, 3x4. They didn't have widescreen movies, and this was totally normal. And when people went to the theater, that's what they expected. But then everything changed. Television was invented, and the studios knew they needed to set themselves apart from these TV shows. So what they did is they utilized anamorphic technology to create the CinemaScope aspect ratio. So here's the problem. Anamorphic lenses are extremely expensive. Some of them are like $40,000 or $80,000. These lenses are completely out of my budget range. We're filming on the Sigma 18-35 at about 30 millimeters, and this adapter widened the field of view. So this is the kind of difference there is with this adapter. Here's how this works. You put it in front of the lens, you tighten this down, and it makes your shot look like it was shot with an anamorphic lens. So this will give you an idea of how the light is reacting with the adapter. And I see a little bit of lens flare here. Here's a little blue mark. Very cool. I'm pretty happy with this. I wish there was more of a lens flare. I've seen stronger lens flares from other adapters, but this is definitely a unique image, and the light point looks cinematic for sure. This looks cool. All right, here's the image without the adapter. So you can see, wow, there's a lot less room on the sides. The image totally changes. And the light doesn't look as interesting as before. Another thing I don't love about this adapter is the focus ring on the adapter is kind of wonky. Listen to this. A lot of times lenses just have this amazing feel when you turn the rings. They feel solid. This one, not so much. The markings on both sides go all the way to 10, but when I turn it, I can't go past 6.5 on this side and 8.25 on that side. So I don't really understand what they were thinking. Unlike traditional anamorphic lenses that squeeze the image by a factor of 2, this anamorphic adapter squeezes the image by 1.33. The reason for that is our camera sensor is not a 4x3 sensor like traditional film. It's a 16:9 sensor. And if we squeeze the image 2 times, it would look way too wide. So to achieve that 2.35 CinemaScope aspect ratio, we need to squeeze our 16:9 lens by a factor of 1.33. But there's a problem. Even though this adapter advertises that it's a 1.33x adapter, it's not. We tested it. It's actually more of like a 1.18 or 1.2x adapter. If we were to squeeze the image by 1.33, we realized that things would look a little squashy. They didn't look correct. Another thing to keep in mind is if you're using this adapter, you need a step-up ring for most lenses to 114 millimeters. This is an 82 to 114 millimeter step-up ring. There's the step-up ring. It attaches perfectly. For most projects, I will not be using this adapter because it takes so long to focus. I've missed shots because it's taken me so long to focus a shot. It takes me 30 seconds or more to focus every shot, just to get ready to film the shot. While testing this adapter, we realized that we can go out to about 18 millimeters without seeing any vignetting. And that's the reason why we bought this adapter compared to other ones. Other adapters, you can't go wider than like 35 millimeters. But with this adapter, we can go super wide, no problem. Okay, so here is my verdict. I like this. I really do. This is fantastic. I can see somebody using this for a music video, for a dramatic short film. It definitely gives your footage a great cinematic feel. Now, I feel like the anamorphic characteristics that this produces are not anywhere equivalent to what a real anamorphic lens will give you. The bokeh is not very ovally, and it does not produce very strong lens flares. That being said, for the price, for what this is, I think it's great. I think in the end, the reason why things like this exist is because filmmakers are searching for a way to stand out and for their images to look unique. We don't want our stuff to look like everybody else's. We want our project to look special. And for those of us who can't afford the top of the line anamorphic lenses, something like this is a great option. I want to hear from you. What do you do to change the image that you're getting from your camera and your lens? Are you using any kind of modifiers? What do you do to make the image just pop or stand out from the crowd?